Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum friends. Welcome back to another watch along live between Chelsea and West Ham. We'll be doing three watch alongs basically. We'll be doing Burnley, Wolves. We'll be also doing Brighton and Southampton as well. We'll just go through the team lineups. First, we're going to go through the Chelsea and West Ham. Mendy starts in goal for Chelsea, whereas Azpilicueta, Thiago Silva, Chalobah are starting in defence. We have the likes of Loftus-Cheek, Jorginho, and N'Golo Kante, and Marcos Alonso playing in midfield. Basically, Alonso and Robin Loftus-Cheek are playing as the right back and the left back. Mason Mount is playing as the number 10, whereas Kai Havertz and Timo Werner are playing up front. We have likes of Romelu Lukaku, Pulisic, Saul, Ziyech in the substitutes bench. And we'll be going through the lineup of West Ham right now. Fabianski starting in goal for West Ham, whereas we have likes of Ben Johnson, Greg Dawson, Aaron Cresswell starting at the back. Then we have the likes of Kufal playing as the right back, Mosaku playing as the left back, Soucek, Noble playing as the central midfielders. So Mark Noble starts, no Declan Rice this time. Benrahma starting on the wing alongside Fornals, and Yarmolenko is playing in the attacking position. So a very different lineup this time with West Ham. Antonio is on the bench alongside Lanzini, Vlasic, Bowen, and Declan Rice with Frederick. So perhaps David Moyes is keeping an eye on that Europa League semi-final against Frankfurt. So perhaps this is the reason he's playing with this lineup. He does understand that the top four is gone already. It's just going to be between Tottenham and Arsenal. So this lineup certainly proves that he's not willing to put his best men in this. He doesn't want to have an injury, because it's the best chance that West Ham United can have two things. If they win the Europa League, they'll win a trophy, and they will also get into the Champions League. So I think he is putting more priority in terms of that route rather than the Premier League one. So one can understand why he has selected this kind of lineup. No Antonio, no Declan Rice, no Bowen. So that means his preference is to be focused on Europa League. He wants to win that semi-final and to get into the final. And then on, if he has a chance, he will try to win the final and perhaps get into the Champions League via that route. Because I think top four is pretty much hard right now for West Ham. The likes of Arsenal and Tottenham are up for it, so it's going to be pretty hard for West Ham to get back into the top four race until and unless Tottenham and Arsenal they lose all of the matches, and then you can say that perhaps West Ham United and Manchester United also are back into the top four game. It seems hard, it seems difficult. I think it's going to be between Arsenal and Tottenham. So Chelsea, they have only an FA Cup final, so they're playing with the full strength. They still have a lot of options in the bench. So the match is about to start. I'll go through the lineups for the other matches as well. So the match has started, and Chelsea with the ball. N'Golo Kante comes to Dawson, who lumps it forward. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the team lineups for the other matches between Brighton and Southampton. Guys, please do subscribe to the channel. I want to really thank everyone who joined in yesterday and subscribed. It was really good. And right now, I'll also say that later we'll be having Liverpool against Chelsea. I'm trying to get a guest on my show right here. I'm working on it, but let's see if I do get the technicalities of it. So far I haven't been able to. I'm not so good at those stuff with those softwares and glitches. I'm just trying to work on it. I'm trying to find a way, and I'll be introducing you a new friend of mine who I recently went on to his channel, the Loudmouth Show. I'm trying to get him today on the Liverpool and Everton. I'm sure that you guys will love to have him. So right now you will certainly enjoy his views, and right now I'm just working on it and see what can I do, how can I be able to get him on the show. So right now Chelsea have the ball. Thiago Silva passing it to Chalobah. Chalobah passing it to Loftus-Cheek. Loftus-Cheek gives it to Kante. Comes to N'Golo Kante, and let me go through the team lineups if I'm able to get so. So let me see. So far I haven't found it on. Normally I'm basically quite ready in terms of so yes, I'm getting the lineups now, and I've got the one with Brighton and Southampton. So Sanchez starting in the goal, Weltman alongside Dunk and Webster, Trossard, Mbepu, McAllister, Casido, Cucurella, Welbeck and Mopai starting up front. We have a Southampton lineup as well: Foster, Livramento, Bednarek, Salisu, Walker-Peters, Taylor, Ward-Prowse, Romeo, Redmond, Adams and Long are starting up front. Let me go through the lineup of Brighton. Have taken a lead quite early. It's Welbeck who has scored the goal against Southampton. This is just showing it right now. So Brighton taking a lead. I'm just going to update the score line right now. Let me go through the team lineups between Burnley and Wolves, and then I'll be updating the score. Brighton have taken the lead against Southampton. So Pope starting in for goal for Burnley. Roberts, Collins, Tarkowski, Taylor, McNeil, Brownhill, Cork, Vedra, Rodriguez, Weghurst starting up front. Whereas for Wolves, it's Matero Desa, Boli, Cody, Saiz in defense, Castro Otto, Dendonker, Joe Moutinho, Nelson Semedo starting in midfield and as the right back and the left back, Fabio Silva, Hwang Hee-chan starting just right behind Jimenez. So that's the lineup for Wolves. So right now Brighton have taken the lead and they have got the goal. So we're going to update the score line. So Brighton taking the lead through Welbeck, the scorer. So Brighton playing very good under Graham Potter. So you could say that it's almost like a derby because Brighton and Southampton, they are almost on the seaside. So let's see how it goes right now. Brighton taking the lead. West Ham have the ball right now. Comes to Dawson. Dawson looks for someone. He finds Soucek, but he's been fouled by Azpilicueta, and it was Yarmolenko who was fouled. Azpilicueta doesn't think it was a foul. So right now it's 5 minutes gone. Chelsea 0, West Ham 0, and right now West Ham have the ball and it's being passed forward. Comes to Kufal, but it's been a long deal. Kufal isn't able to catch it. David Moyes in the sunshine over there having a look. Declan Rice sitting just right behind him, and right now we can definitely see the likes of Chelsea trying to keep the possession of the ball. First rate West Ham United, but West Ham United are trying to in a very calculated manner trying to counter it by pressing high and by pressing close, not to give them that much space. And right now it's a foul on West Ham United. So Mason Mount apparently challenges West Ham United over there, and he gets a foul right now. There's a bad collision between Noble and Kai Havertz, but still the play is going on. Noble is up. He's passing the ball around to Soucek and comes to Alonso. So Alonso passes it back to Thiago Silva. Thiago Silva puts it forward towards Loftus-Cheek. Loftus-Cheek to Conte. Conte to Chalobah. Chalobah to Loftus-Cheek. Loftus-Cheek to Kai Havertz on the right flank. Right now it's back to Loftus-Cheek, back to Chalobah, who gives it back to Thiago Silva. Thiago Silva to Azpilicueta. Azpilicueta puts a vertical pass towards Timo Werner, but it's been intercepted. But then N'Golo Kante gets it back, passes it to Thiago, who gives it to Chalobah. Chalobah gives it to Loftus-Cheek. Loftus-Cheek puts a cross in, and nothing comes out of it right now. And Loftus-Cheek again with the ball. So he gives it to N'Golo Kante, who gives a shot with his left foot, and it goes out wide. Remember, Chelsea lost to Arsenal, so they would be trying to get a win, because it wasn't expected that they would have lost the match, but Arsenal were in very good form, and Kate are scoring 2 goals in that match. And right now Chelsea are again playing back at their own home, so they will try to get something over here. And N'Golo Kante with a shot there goes off wide of the bar. So right now it's 0-0, and Brighton have taken the lead. It's 0-0 at Burnley and Wolves as well. So the win probability is going towards Chelsea right now, 52%, whereas the win probability for West Ham United is 21. James watching from the stands. Something to do with an injury, so we are seeing him watching from the stands over there. Let's have a look. What's happening? It's 1-0 with Brighton and Southampton, 0-0 between Burnley and Wolves. So right now West Ham trying to keep the position. Yarmolenko with the ball, passes it to Noble. Declan Rice hasn't started the match, so Noble playing instead of him. Soucek is alongside him. Masuka with the ball, he puts in a cross towards Benrahma. Thiago Silva stops it, and there is an issue right there with Azpilicueta, something to do with the shoe, and he's asking for new shoes or something. He's taking off his boots, and there's something wrong with it. He has taken off the shoe, he's running, and Thiago Silva with an important block over there. He reads the cross, puts it up in the air, and then Mendy collects it. Right now Azpilicueta, there's something wrong with his shoes. He's trying to get something over here, and right now Chelsea, Alonso has shifted back where Azpilicueta was. So right now Chelsea are playing with 10 men. There's something wrong with the Azpilicueta shoe. So let's see if Chelsea will be able to cope. If West Ham try to do something over here, he's putting back his shoe on, and Kufal running with the ball. He gives it to Yarmolenko. Excellent defending by Jorginho, who takes and wins the ball back. Comes to Alonso. Alonso to Thiago. Alonso is looking for an option, and he passes it back to Thiago Silva. Thiago Silva, and Azpilicueta is back. He has the ball now. He passes it to Alonso. Alonso back to Azpilicueta. Azpilicueta to Thiago Silva, to Jorginho. Jorginho to Chalobah, and Chalobah is able to control it. He slips, but he passes it back to Thiago. Right now, Havertz exchanging pass with Mason Mount, and he's inside the box trying to beat two West Ham defenders, but isn't able to do so. And a foul has been given in favor of West Ham United. So Chelsea right now looking the more threatening side rather than the West Ham. You can understand the reason why. West Ham United, I think, are trying to play for a draw. They are not trying to play for a win, because the way they've been selected, the team selection, you could definitely say that it doesn't look as if West Ham are trying to win this game. So far, we haven't seen that much of a possession from West Ham United as well. So there's a goal kick, and Fabianski takes it, the ball goes out, and it's Chelsea's throw-in. 12 minutes gone, Chelsea nil, West Ham United nil. Declan Rice, Michael Antonio just sitting right behind David Moyes. Cameras are on them. One can truly understand the reason for this team selection by West Ham United and by David Moyes is due to the fact that they're playing in Europa League semi-final. The top four for Champions League qualification, that route I think is going to be hard for West Ham. There's no way possible that they can get back into it. The only way for them to get into the Champions League is via winning the Europa League, and they're into the semi-finals. So if they put an effort into those three matches and get into Champions League, that's much more worth it. So that's why he's David Moyes resting some of his key players such as Michael Antonio, Gerard Bowen, Declan Rice, and we can see that Fabianski is not trying to lump it forward. What the tactics applied over here are that they're just trying to delay as much as they can to waste the time, and there's no certain aspect of play, there's no certain construction that they're passing from behind or they're targeting someone and they have those angles to cover in. Although they are playing with Benrahma and Fornals, so one could say that they have those two key players who can really produce something. So one can expect that they could do something rather than thinking that they won't be able to. But I think Chelsea will have too much in their arsenal, and as the time passes, I think Chelsea will get a goal. Right now, Thiago Silva has the ball. He's looking for an option. He gives it to. That's a bad tackle by Masuka on Loftus-Cheek. So that's a free kick to Chelsea. Thomas Tuchel with his notepad over there, taking down some notes, and we can definitely see that Chalobah passing it to N'Golo Kante passing it to Jorginho passing it to Alonso passing it to Timo Werner puts in a cross. He was trying to find out Havertz but isn't able to do so. So that's it then. That's the end of it. Guys, please do subscribe to the channel. It really helps us to grow this platform. So far I've seen that only one of you have voted. Seems to be a very slow afternoon today. I think everybody's waiting for the Liverpool and Everton game. I'm trying to find a way in which I can get one of my esteemed guests to be on this show later for Liverpool and Everton, but let's see if I'll be able to do so. Pass comes to Kufal. In the meantime, I'll try to post something on the social media over here so that everybody could be directed. Brighton taking and lead earlier. Declan Rice getting a standing ovation from the Chelsea fans. He's also getting a standing ovation from West Ham fans. Apparently, I think his favourite club is Chelsea or something like this. But he's been linked to Manchester United, so who knows where he will play in future. He has refused to sign a contract. Benrahma with a shot there, trying to give a cross, and Mendy is equal to it. Right now, it's almost 18 minutes gone. And we can see a corner kick taken and comes to nothing. So 19 minutes gone. Chelsea nil, West Ham nil. So right now, 19 minutes gone, Chelsea nil, West Ham United nil. Guys, please do subscribe. Guys, please do subscribe to the channel. Guys, please do subscribe. "21 minutes gone. Chelsea nil, West Ham United nil. Guys, please do subscribe. Right now, Chelsea with the ball. Mason Mount trying to pass it to Loftus-Cheek on the right flank. Gives it to Chalobah. And right now we can see in the stands there's not so many Chelsea fans. It's quite strange. Perhaps Chelsea fans have something else to do. Perhaps the disconnection from the club due to the fact that the club is being up for sale, and perhaps that is the reason, or Chelsea fans have other plans. We've never seen anything like this. We've always seen the Chelsea stadium full of fans. In fact, even if you want to apply for Chelsea season ticket, it's pretty hard to do so. Strange to find stadium empty. They're still the European champions. For the fact of the matter, although they have been knocked out, but that doesn't mean the final takes place on 28th of May. So until 27th of May, they're still the European champions. So they should. It shouldn't be like this. The stadium is empty, and I've never seen anything like this. Right? It's beyond. Anyway, Yarmolenko with the ball. He tries to give it to Benrahma. Benrahma isn't able to control it, and Mendy gets it. 23 minutes gone. Chelsea 0, West Ham United 0. Brighton have taken the lead from Southampton. Welbeck scored the goal. Whereas it's 0-0 between Burnley and Wolves. So let's see how things are. Right now, Thiago Silva with the ball. So 24 minutes gone. Chelsea 0, West Ham United 0. Marcos Alonso with the ball. Trying to find Kante, gives it to Alonso. Alonso to Thiago Silva. Thiago Silva to Azpilicueta. Comes to Yarmolenko. Get the pass by Dawson. Azpilicueta tries to take it. Fornals is trying to control the ball. N'Golo Kante there. Jorginho takes the ball away, gives it to Thiago Silva. Thiago Silva gives it to Mendy. And 25 minutes gone. It's Chelsea 0, West Ham United 0. It seems to be a very, very, very dull game. Not so much action happening around. Neither Chelsea are trying to penetrate towards the goal as well as West Ham. It's a very dull game. It seems that both teams are trying to play out for a draw. I haven't seen anything in the 25 minutes which would really kind of excite me or something. It's a very bland game. Perhaps the fact is that Chelsea don't have to play for anything other than just to be in number 3 position and play for the FA Cup final, whereas West Ham United, we can understand that they're all of the concentration is towards the Europa League semi-final, because the route towards Champions League via Premier League, I think it's impossible for them to get into top 4. The only way they can get into Champions League is by winning the Europa League final, by winning the Europa League trophy, and that's the only way possible for them to get into Champions League, which will assure that they'll get more money to spend in the transfer market, and that's what I think right now. Their concern is specifically David Moyes, because David Moyes does have a point to prove. He would want to win that trophy. He wasn't able to win that when he was at Everton. Sure, he did win a Community Shield with Manchester United, but if you do think that is a trophy, so there is always kind of you could say a split opinion about the fans on that trophy. So David Moyes, for the first time in his career, will have a very good chance to play in a final, a big final, such as Europa League, and he could get the likes of Rangers or RB Leipzig. So it's going to be one really good match. We'll be looking forward to. Ball goes out for a goal kick. Yarmolenko tries to control it, but it goes out. So it's Chelsea 0, West Ham United 0, and 27 minutes gone. Thiago Silva passing it to Chalobah. Chalobah passing it to Loftus-Cheek. Loftus-Cheek to Jorginho. Jorginho to N'Golo Kante. N'Golo Kante putting it forward towards Alonso. The ball has gone out for a goal kick. Exactly as I told you that nothing is coming out. Hello, Mohammed Ruzek Hassan. Thank you for tuning in. Just having a look that you've posted something. Man United lose against Arsenal yesterday. That's true. Tottenham draw against Brentford yesterday. That's true. Tottenham can still make it for top 4. What I think is that Tottenham can still make it, but it depends on the fixtures. Let's have a look at the fixtures and see which team has the best chance to make it to top 4. That's a very good question that you raised over there. I think Tottenham and Arsenal are the only teams in for the race for top 4. Let's have a look and see what are the fixtures for Arsenal and what are the fixtures for Tottenham which are remaining. Let's have a look. Arsenal fixtures. I think that both of these teams are just playing in Premier League. They're not in any other tournaments. So let's have a look. So there we go, folks. Arsenal will be playing West Ham United on 1st of May, Sunday. Yes, that's for sure that Manchester United top 4 is gone for the season. So they have to play Arsenal, they have to play West Ham, they have to play Leeds United, and the big one, the North London derby. I think that will settle the score, that who qualifies for the top 4. Tottenham will be playing at home against Arsenal. So Arsenal still have to play Tottenham. So these two teams still have to play each other. And then later Arsenal travels to Newcastle, and then they will be hosting Everton. Remember, Everton are battling for relegation. So it could get tough for Arsenal. I think by looking at this, it seems to me that Arsenal have at least 2 fixtures which are going to be hard for them out of these 5. I think West Ham United will be going and playing against West Ham United. I think that one, you could definitely say they can try to win that one, although it will be hard. Leeds United will be hard again, but they will definitely try to win that one. But the big one will be against their arch rivals Tottenham. So that's what Arsenal fixture list looks like. Then they go to Newcastle United. Newcastle United have been in pretty good form. So even if Newcastle United do tend to fight, and if they tend to get a draw, that'll be a blow for Arsenal. So I think Arsenal have much more hard fixtures than Tottenham. Let me have a look at Tottenham one, and then we can decide who has the best chance to qualify for the top 4. Okay, so Tottenham have to play Leicester City. That's a tough one. They have to play Liverpool, who are battling for the Premier League title. So for me, I still think that Tottenham have 2 hard fixtures in the light of Liverpool and Arsenal. So that means it's an even balancing act. But remember that Tottenham have to play Burnley, and then they travel to Norwich City. So I think Tottenham have much more easier fixtures than Arsenal. If I have to put my money on, I think I would go for Tottenham rather than Arsenal, because due to the fact is that they have to play Leicester City at home, so they have an advantage and they will try to win that one. So let's say that we give that to Tottenham, and then they travel to Liverpool, in which you could say that Liverpool would want to win that match, because it's taking place on 7th of May. By that, the Champions League semi-final, both legs would have been played. So Liverpool, imagine if Liverpool wins from Villarreal and they get into the Champions League final, and then they will try to win this match. So you could say that if Tottenham, they lose this against Liverpool, then they head into a match against Arsenal. And at that time, I think Arsenal, even if they try to get a result at Tottenham, if you say it's a draw, then still Tottenham have about 4 points by that time, and then they travel to Burnley. So you could say 3 points. Then Burnley comes to Tottenham, so that means 3 points for Tottenham. So that makes up 3, 1, 3, about 7 points out of 12, and then they travel to Norwich. Let's say they win that one as well, so that means 10 out of 12. 10 out of 15. So Tottenham get 10 out of 15, whereas Arsenal, they go to West Ham. Let's say Arsenal win that one by somehow, so that's 3 points. Then they travel to Tottenham. Then they play with Leeds United. You say Arsenal win that one, so that makes up about 6 points. Then they go to Tottenham, they draw that one, 7 points. Then they go to Newcastle United, and if it's a draw, then that means it's 8 points. And then they're playing at Everton, and Everton would want to win that last match. So that means Arsenal on the match day 38, I think it will all come down to the last day. Because even if Arsenal wins against Everton, then they get the top 4 by 1 point, by my calculations. I think these next 15 points, whoever gets the most points gets the top 4. And I think Tottenham are getting around 10 points. Arsenal are getting around 11 points if they win against Everton. So in that momentum, you could say Arsenal can win this one. So it's a 50-50, it can tilt anywhere. So let's say if you win 4 matches out of 5, that team gets the top 4 for sure. Whoever wins 4 out of 5, that team gets the top 4. So let's see what's the table looks like, how many points difference between Tottenham and Arsenal. I haven't seen that one, let me have a look. Premier League table. Let's see how much Arsenal, Rudiger sitting. James is also sitting. They're not playing today, they've not been selected. So we can see Arsenal, they have 60 points. So Tottenham, they have 58 points. So Tottenham are the one who have to get as many points they can. So let's say if they get 12 points, they will come to 70. And if Arsenal get 10 points, then they will come to 70. Then everything works in the goal difference area. And in terms of goal difference, it's Tottenham who have the better goal difference. So you could say that Tottenham would qualify if they are equal on points. So I don't know how that works, but that's what it is. Thank you, Ruzek Hassan, for pointing out that top 4 question. Hopefully you would have liked my explanation. That's what I think. It will all depend on how many points can you get out of 15, and I think it depends more on Arsenal rather than Tottenham, because Tottenham still have 3 easy fixtures. So let's say Arsenal, if I have to say Arsenal, what easy fixtures do they have? They have 1 easy fixture against West Ham United. They have Leeds United. And they have only 2 easy fixtures, because Everton, they're fighting for relegation. I'm not going to put that as an easy fixture. So 2 easy fixtures for Arsenal. So for Tottenham, they're playing Leicester City. It could be hard. They're playing Liverpool. That'll be very hard. They're playing Arsenal. That'll be very hard. They are playing Burnley and Norwich. So 2 easy fixtures for Tottenham, 2 easy fixtures for Arsenal. Let's go for hard fixtures. Two hard fixtures for Tottenham, and for Arsenal, just one hard fixture. So Arsenal have only one hard fixture, which is against Tottenham. And if you want to say 50-50, it's Arsenal who have West Ham, Leeds United. So that means I think Arsenal is the one who's edging out in terms of fixtures. So let's see how it goes. Hopefully we'll get to see it. And thankfully it will be better. Right now it's 38 minutes gone. Chelsea have the ball. They're trying to get something shot on goal, but so far they haven't been able to do so. So let's see how it goes from now on. So right now Yarmolenko with the ball, and Fornals is on the floor. The ball has been put out. He's playing. He's on the back in 2019. True. You know, the problem with United is not missing out on Champions League right now. I think the problem with United is much more than that. The problem with United is that it has to do with that they're not operating themselves as a proper football club. When I say a proper football club, what it means is that you tend to focus on the pitch. Like, imagine you have a team of Cristiano Ronaldo, Paul Pogba, David De Gea, Bruno Fernandes. You have these four world-class superstars, and you have other 6 to 7 players who are international players who are being selected for the national team squad. And in terms of your substitutes, in terms of your whole squad, almost all of them are selected in the national teams. And a team with a mix of world-class superstars, a mix of international national team selected players, how come you're not supposed to be playing well? You're not supposed to be winning comfortably at home? And how come you're not being able to beat smaller teams which have lesser money than you, which are operating on a lesser budget? And it seems dubious that you're trying to portray yourself as so and so a big team, but you're not able to you're not able to do so. Like, let's have a look at West Ham United. West Ham United, when they play, you can understand that they have a system. When Manchester United play, no one is able to explain what system do they play with. They definitely have the formation, but having a formation doesn't mean that you have a system. System means that you're able to amplify your performance based on that formation, and that is what you call a system. And they haven't been able to do so. Like, whenever you're watching Manchester United, the Manchester United fans are much more likely to think that, we have more chances to concede a goal rather than score a goal. Now, why is it that so? When you have the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo, when you have the likes of Bruno Fernandes, you have the likes of Paul Pogba, you have the likes of Jadon Sancho, you have Marcus Rashford. How come the Manchester United fans are thinking in a manner that we have more chances of conceding a goal rather than scoring one? So that means there is something wrong fundamentally. There's something wrong happening. There's something. It's been years since this has been addressed. I remember when Jose Mourinho came into Manchester United, everybody was questioning the appointment of Jose Mourinho when United have basically fired Louis van Gaal. Now Louis van Gaal, his football was turning out to be pretty boring because the United team at that time were passing around the ball horizontally, not vertically, horizontally, back pass, passing to each other in squares, and nothing used to come out of it. Nothing productive used to come out of it. No goals attempts, no shots taken, and everybody grew tired of it. And apparently the United board got rid of him and they appointed Jose Mourinho. The fact of the matter was because City had appointed Pep Guardiola. So they needed a manager who would have been in equal stature as Pep Guardiola. So they went out and they selected Jose Mourinho. Now with Jose Mourinho is, when you go out and get a manager like Jose Mourinho, his issue is that if he gets a player and that player isn't able to give him what he expects of him, he would want another player. So the turnover of the players is much more higher with Jose Mourinho. So Jose Mourinho would require at least a minimum of 5 to 6 players every season. Now when you accumulate that, at that time, you could say currency, an average player would cost between 25 to 40 million, and for United to spend 25 million towards 40 million for, in terms of average, it's pretty hard. I think United board, United owners don't think that way. They were used to Sir Alex Ferguson, who would tend to get out solutions from the academy. They would tend to get out solutions at present, what he had in the squad on the bench. And they thought that, it would work in the same manner, but with Jose Mourinho, it never works like that. So that means that whenever you're selecting a manager, you should be careful in what do you want. What is your strategy? What is your vision? What are you wanting out of it? What kind of person are you bringing at the helm? What kind of philosophy that person employs? Right now, Brighton have taken another goal. They have scored, and it was an own goal. Southampton scoring an own goal, and it was Salisu. So Brighton have scored another goal right now. Let me update the scoreboard over here. And Brighton taking the lead. So it's Brighton 2, Southampton 0. And as I was saying, so whenever you select a person, select a manager, you have to be careful in thinking of, alright, we are appointing this person, what is this person bringing? What manner does he operate in? Is he the one who will ask for 25 to 40 million for every player that he wants a replacement, or he thinks that this player is not okay and I need to get a player who would cost 40 million? Imagine if he asked for 3 players who would be costing around more than 120 million. Now if Manchester United was spending 120 million in every single window, that would come up to 240 million. So I'm not saying that's something wrong with Jose Mourinho's way. He has been successful through this way. What I'm trying to say over here is that it's you who has to come up with that decision, that are we okay choosing this path? And if you're not okay choosing this path, then what is that you want? Which path do you want to go on to? Because the fact of the matter is, if they wouldn't have gone for Jose Mourinho, then who was available at that time? Who would he have gone for? Now, if you compare that time from 2016 with right now, when we have appointed Erik ten Hag. Now, there are two things which one person should try to understand. United could have gone for Pochettino, or they could have hired Erik ten Hag. Now, with Pochettino, the question is that he has worked in Premier League, he has worked for Southampton, he has worked for Tottenham. He was able to operate in a small budget. He was able to take Tottenham to Champions League final. He was so close to winning a Premier League title in the season when Leicester City won. Now, he has all that in his CV. Yesterday, his team PSG won the league title. All you could say that Ligue 1 is hard, but remember that Lille also beat PSG. And you can say it's a hard league. It's an easy league, but sometimes it never works out that way. So he has won the title. But if you would say that United would choose Pochettino, now if you appoint Pochettino, and if your strategy is not similar to Pochettino's, Pochettino is not gonna get you what you want. In order to have success, the alignment of strategies with the manager, with the sporting director, with the board of directors has to be as one. And it goes down towards the players as well. It goes from top to bottom. With Manchester United, the whole club from top to bottom is shambles, is utter shambles. Ralf Rangnick, day before yesterday, he came up with a statement saying that United are in need of a heart operation. It's halftime now, folks. It's halftime. I'm just going to put it right there. So, anybody who's tuning in, they would know. This is what the halftime is. Chelsea 0, West Ham 0. We have Brighton leading from Southampton. We have Chelsea 0, West Ham 0, Burnley 0, Wolves 0. I'm just trying to fix this halftime graphics so that whoever tunes in would find that's halftime now. So, as I was saying, that he goes on to say, Ralf Rangnick, that United need open heart surgery. And I very much believe in that too, that I also think in the same manner that it's so true that United need more than an open heart surgery. They need so many operations that they're wrong in so many things that one cannot begin to fathom. Like, for example, now everybody knows that Lingard doesn't want to stay at Manchester United. Paul Pogba doesn't want to stay at Manchester United. Mata is about to leave. Matic has already said that he will be playing his last season at Manchester United. Anthony Martial, he's not right in his head. He doesn't want to play at United. Marcus Rashford is losing his way. Now, when you have players who are almost in your first 11 that don't want to play for the club, or they don't want to give out certain performances, how come you're still keeping them on the books? Why haven't you got rid of them? It's just a basic question. Even a 2-year-old child could ask this kind of question, that if a person doesn't need something, how come you're forcing them to have that? Paul Pogba should have been sold ages ago. Jesse Lingard should have been sold ages ago. Anthony Martial should have been sold 2 seasons ago. Marcus Rashford, this coming window, should be sold. Marcus Rashford, if I would be asking a frank question, and it would be based upon that, what does Marcus Rashford offer? Is he a striker? Is he a winger? If he's a winger, then what is his speciality? If he's a striker, then what is his speciality? And I'm sure any die-hard Manchester United fan, even Rashford FC, would not be able to come up with a sound reasoning that what does Marcus Rashford offers. Remember one thing, Jadon Sancho was signed as a right winger. If you have started to follow Jadon Sancho's career at Manchester United, he has been employed at the right wing position, but often you would notice so many times that he switches the wing position, he comes onto the left. Now, why is it so? When you've been instructed to play in that position, when you've been instructed to do your duties in that position, and you switch the wing, you switch your position, what does that mean? That the instructions laid by the managers are not taken down by the players. They do not play by the book. When you have plays such as these, it sends out a wrong impression. Then any player who would be joining the club would think, you could do whatever you want to do. So, in need of that, you need to have a manager who is of a strong personality, who would lay down the law and would expect 10 out of 10 from them, and they would ask of them that they have to give what he wants out of them, and if they are not able to do so, they should be out of the club. We've been looking at Manchester United, and they've been at this downward spiral since Sir Alex Ferguson retired, just due to the fact that it didn't happen straight away, it happened gradually. And we're seeing right now it's so much toxic at the club that sometimes the fans, they don't even want to see the match. They just don't even want to bother with it. So United need to be thinking in terms of they have to start from scratch. They have to get right appointments. They have to get right strategies. They have to get right plan. They have to get right kind of people in those positions, so that those people would work on those decisions, they would work on those decision making, they would rethink, reevaluate, and come to the right answer, knowingly that if you take this decision, what are the after effects of that? If it goes good, then it's good, but if it goes bad, then what will be the implications of those decisions? How far worse can it get? So everything needs to be in terms of careful. Remember Jurgen Klopp, when he joined Liverpool straight away didn't go upwards. It took some time. It took him some windows. It took him and the behind the scene team, sporting director, the technical director, to get the right players. I think they rectified their scouting system. Remember, Salah went to Roma and then he joined Liverpool. Almost he was known as a Chelsea reject. Now, remember Jose Mourinho spotted him playing for Basel, and that's when Chelsea brought him in. And then he left to Roma, and then he was sold. I think Liverpool got him. So that tells you that Jurgen Klopp had that scouting team, had that team, right people behind him. So it took him some time, and he got there. He has won the Champions League, he's won the Premier League. He's again about to win either both of them, either one of them. So that tells you that it takes some time, but only if you have the right people with you. And same goes for Pep Guardiola. I think City has been working like that just before Pep Guardiola. They had Manuel Pellegrini, they had Roberto Mancini, and they have been successful in that way because they had the right people behind the scenes, making the right appointments, making the right decisions, recruiting the right players. And I think the selection of Erik ten Hag is the right step going forward, but he himself can't do this. He needs to have support. He needs to have good people. He needs to have good people behind the scenes. And that's what I think. So guys, right now I'm going to take a little break because it's half time right now, and I'll be right back. So I'll be back in 5 more minutes. Hi guys, we're back. The second half has started right now. Just gonna change that halftime graphic over there. MH, seriously, another multi-game stream. Pick a match and stick with it, not watching this nonsense. Uh, I'm doing the watch along for Chelsea and West Ham United. I'm also giving you the updates for Brighton and Southampton, as well as Burnley and Wolves. So everybody's open to their own opinion, the way they want to think. I'm not forcing anyone to go through this. You can choose whatever you want to, and I can stand in terms of voicing your opinion. That's your opinion. You can do whatever you want to do. There's no restriction. Right now it's 0-0, 48 minutes gone, and Cresswell with the ball. He's about to take the throw in. And comes to Suchek, goes back to Dawson, comes to Fornals, Musaku, it's the ball, gives it to Benrahma to Kufal coming in, sees Noble to Yarmolenko back to Noble finds Yarmolenko, but it's been intercepted, comes back to him, gives it to Suchek, gives to Yarmolenko. 49 minutes gone, Chelsea 0, West Ham United 0. The ball has gone out for a throw-in, Chelsea with a throw-in right now. So guys, please do subscribe the channel. So that settles then. So right now we can see Bruce Buck on screen, the Chelsea chairman. Peter Cech with Maria Gromazka, who are watching from the VIP. Ball comes to Suchek, comes to Alonso, comes to Kante. Kante with the ball, gives it to Alonso. Alonso gives it to, comes to Timo Werner, takes a shot blocked by Dawson. Chalobah with the ball. He gives it to Timo Werner. Timo Werner takes a shot and is unable to get anything because Dawson intercepts it. Ball is with Musaku. With Cresswell, comes to Kante, Loftus-Cheek to Havertz, Kai Havertz with the cross in, comes to Kante with the ball, and he's down, comes to Cresswell, to Benrahma, Loftus-Cheek wins the ball, comes to Kai Havertz, gives it to Thiago, gives it to Mason Mount. Mount to Jorginho to N'Golo Kante, to Loftus-Cheek, across, been put out by Soucek, comes to Alonso, comes to Thiago, headed out by Dawson, comes to Noble, comes to Fornals, comes to Benrahma towards Yarmolenko, has been intercepted by Azpilicueta, to Mason Mount to Timo Werner, who takes a shot, blocked by Dawson. Dawson has been playing really good. Guys, please do subscribe to the channel. Right now, ball is back to Havertz, comes to Noble, who sends the ball back to Dawson. 55 minutes gone, and it's still 0-0 between Chelsea and West Ham. Brighton are leading against Southampton by 2-0, whereas it's 0-0 between Burnley and Wolves. So guys, please do subscribe to the channel. Right now, West Ham at the counter. Yarmolenko with the ball, comes inside, gives it to Soucek, who takes a shot, blocked by Thiago, comes to Chalobah, who puts it away, comes to Cresswell, and looks for a cross, tries to find Soucek, but Mendy comes and collects it in. So, still 0-0 between Chelsea and West Ham. Ball comes to Thiago, who gives it to Kante to Loftus-Cheek. Loftus-Cheek coming inside, gives it to Thiago, to Azpilicueta, back to Thiago, trying to find Chalobah. Chalobah gives it to Loftus-Cheek. Loftus-Cheek to Kai Havertz. Havertz to Kante. Kante going inside, takes a shot with his left foot, and that was a deflection, and luckily it was Fabianski who's got the save, And Southampton have scored 2 goals and they are back into this game. Two back-to-back goals for Southampton, so they are on even terms. So that means it's 2-2 between Brighton and Southampton. 58 minutes gone. Chelsea nil, West Ham United nil. Stuart Pearce looking up from the media room, having an eagle eye, having a look. So Liverpool will be playing Everton right after this watch along, guys. Please do not forget to tune in. Alonso with the ball right now gives it to Mason Mount. Gives it to Chalobah, who's in the center, takes a shot. Fabianski with another stop. The ball has gone out for a throw-in. Fabianski has been a little bit busy since the match has restarted. Nothing coming out from West Ham United so far. Chalobah with a brilliant shot right there. And Fabianski stopping it. Fornals finds Yarmolenko. Again comes back to Fornals, who tried to give it to Benrahma, but Thiago Silva wins the ball, gives it to Mendy. Mendy to Chalobah, Kante. Kante puts it out. Loftus-Cheek wasn't able to read it. So 59 minutes gone, Chelsea nil, West Ham United nil. It's going to be a substitution or something. Apparently, it seems that Declan Rice is about to come on. He's been giving instructions by the assistant. Masuka with a throw-in, gives to Benrahma. Benrahma with excellent control, and it hits his hand, and that's a free kick to Chelsea. It hits his arm while controlling the ball. So 60 minutes gone, Chelsea nil, West Ham United nil. Mendy to Thiago. Thiago takes the ball. He's looking to put it forward. Gives it to Chalobah. Chalobah to Loftus-Cheek. To Chalobah. To Thiago. Thiago puts it back to Kante. Kante gives it to Thiago Silva. He puts it to Chalobah. Chalobah to Loftus-Cheek. N'Golo Kante gets the ball. He's running for it. Comes to Alonso. Gives it to Azpilicueta. Back to Alonso. Alonso to Thiago. Thiago looking for option. Finds Jorginho in the center. Jorginho gives it to Loftus-Cheek on the right. Loftus-Cheek gives it to Kai Havertz, who's in the box. Puts it back to Loftus-Cheek. Loftus-Cheek spreads it to Thiago in the center. Gives it to Azpilicueta, who's quite up ahead. Azpilicueta with an overhead cross, and it goes out for a goal kick. So guys, please do subscribe to the channel. Right now Declan Rice is about to come on. 61 minutes gone already. So Mark Noble coming in. So Declan Rice will be joining in for the last half an hour. It's 0-0 between Burnley and Wolves, whereas it's 2-2 between Brighton and Southampton. David Moyes giving instructions to Declan Rice. Declan Rice with the armband. Fabianski with a shot up front. Alonso heads it down. Goes for Burnley have taken the lead from Wolves. They have scored a goal. And excellent goal scored. Excellent pass by Weghorst. And Burnley have taken the lead. So it's 1-0 to Burnley. David Moyes is not happy over there. So Burnley scoring a goal. Liverpool team arriving. And it's Liverpool against Everton next. A new watch-along will be taking place. So Burnley 1, Wolves 0. So right now, Chelsea still 0-0 with West Ham. So goals scored in both of the matches between Brighton and Southampton, as well as Burnley and Wolves. Burnley winning by 1-0 and Brighton winning earlier, but Southampton getting back into the game. So it's 2-2. Right now, 64 minutes gone, Chelsea 0, West Ham United 0. Mark Noble has been substituted. Declan Rice comes in for the last half hour. So let's see how it goes from there. Ball comes to Chalobah. Chalobah to Loftus-Cheek. Loftus-Cheek to Thiago Silva. Thiago Silva to Azpilicueta. Comes to Thiago, who gives it to Chalobah. Chalobah running up front. Declan Rice with the ball. Finds Cresswell. Gives it to Masuka. Masuka to Cresswell. Goes out for a throw-in. Kai Havertz with a challenge there, and Cresswell is about to take the throw-in. Guys, please do subscribe the channel. It really helps us to grow this platform. Cresswell with a throw-in, and he's trying to find some options. Guys, so far you voted for Chelsea, who will win the match. Let's see how it goes. It's still 0-0. Let's see what happens. Guys, please do subscribe to the channel. Loftus-Cheek with the ball. Comes to N'Golo Kante. Back to Loftus-Cheek. To Chalobah. Comes to Thiago Silva. Thiago Silva running with the ball. He takes a shot and it's a deflection. It goes out. A goal kick. 67 minutes gone. And Timo Werner was also in an offside position, so nothing comes of it. Guys, please do subscribe the channel. Fabianski with a goal kick, 68 minutes gone. Comes to Alonso. And a throw in for West Ham. Comes to Kante. Comes to Timo Werner. Comes to Alonso. And right now, Kai Havertz with the ball. He's on the floor. And it was an offside. So that was the end of it. Guys, please do subscribe to the channel. It really helps us to grow the platform. Right now, Yarmolenko on the break. He takes a shot, controlled by Mendy, and it's been cleared by Chelsea. Mason Mount with the ball. Gives it to Loftus-Cheek. Loftus-Cheek running with the ball. Gives it to Mason Mount on the right. Mason Mount asking Loftus-Cheek to go on his right. Loftus-Cheek tries to give it across to Mason Mount. Mason Mount takes a shot, blocked by Dawson. And Timo Werner takes a shot, it goes off wide. That was so good chance for Chelsea. Playing brilliantly between Mason Mount and Loftus-Cheek. And then Mason Mount taking a shot, comes down to Dawson. Dawson blocks it. And then Timo Werner takes a shot, it goes off wide. And that was a big chance for Chelsea to get ahead. 70 minutes gone, Chelsea 0, West Ham United 0. Guys, please do subscribe. Right now, ball comes to N'Golo Kante, to Jorginho, who passes it. Right now, Chelsea are looking much more threatening side. And a cross comes in, and Chelsea players both have missed. It was Kai Havertz, and he misses it. And West Ham United are clear of danger. That was so close again. Chelsea are looking much more threatening right now. They are taking much more clear chances. And if only Kai Havertz and likes of Timo Werner would just finish it, then Chelsea would have taken the lead. N'Golo Kante, Kai Havertz on the right on the edge of the box. He comes inside, gives it to Jorginho. Jorginho back to N'Golo Kante. N'Golo Kante comes inside, gives it to Jorginho, puts it back to Loftus-Cheek on the right. Loftus-Cheek with a cross in, finding Alonso, and it goes off over the bar, and it's 0-0, 71 minutes gone. Chelsea 0, West Ham United 0. Guys, please do subscribe. We are trying to make our way towards 400 subscribers. It will be only possible if you guys will subscribe. Please do subscribe the channel. And I've seen the votes you've given to Chelsea. 92% of you guys think that Chelsea will win, whereas 8% of you guys think that West Ham will win. So let's see what happens. Right now comes to N'Golo Kante, who gives it to Chalobah. Comes to Loftus-Cheek. Come to N'Golo Kante. Comes to Loftus-Cheek. Gives to Mason Mount. And right now Chelsea with the corner kick. Mason Mount and Alonso both on the corner kick. So let's see which one takes it. It's for the first time we're seeing two players about to take the corner kick. Mason Mount comes close. It's been blocked by Soucek. And again Alonso with a kick. Timo Werner again. And this time Fabianski was equal to it. Timo Werner already having 3 chances. This was the clearest of all. But Fabianski was equal to the challenge. And he makes an important stop there, important save, comes right into his hands, and Chelsea fans right behind the goal thought that it was a goal. They almost thought that they had the goal, so nothing came out of it. Mendy has the ball, and there's a player on the floor. It's Fornals. He's holding his feet. Jorginho with the ball. Fornals is walking. He's struggling. And right now, Loftus-Cheek with the ball. He passes it to Chalobah. Chalobah running forward, gives it to Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz running forward. Puts it inside. Timo Werner again has been blocked by Johnson. And West Ham United are defending with their lives. They're really showing over here. Right now Jorginho gives it to Loftus-Cheek. Loftus-Cheek with the ball. He comes inside, gives it to Kante. Kante with a shot being blocked away by Kufal. Cresswell, Kufal have done brilliantly in this match. Right now it's 0-0. About 3 substitutions going to happen for Chelsea. It's Pulisic, Lukaku and Hakim Ziyech. So 3 substitutions happening right now. Loftus-Cheek goes in, Ziyech goes in, Lukaku goes in, Timo Werner is substituted. So Pulisic goes in now. Kai Havertz, Timo Werner have been both substituted. Lukaku and Pulisic come in. So let's see what Chelsea do now. Guys, right after this is going to be Liverpool against Everton. Please do not forget to tune in for that one. I'll be trying to see if I can bring in a guest for this watch along. Pulisic running with the ball, comes to Jorginho. Jorginho with the ball there, who gives it to Azpilicueta. Azpilicueta to Alonso, comes to Kante, comes to Thiago to Chalobah. So Liverpool team announced: Alisson will be starting in goal, Alexander-Arnold, Matip, Van Dijk, Robertson in defense, Thiago, Fabinho, Keita, playing as the midfielders. Salah, Mane on the wing alongside Jota. So Jota will be starting up front rather than Firmino. So Everton team lineup coming up: Pickford in goal, Coleman, Holgate, Godfrey, Mykolenko starting in defence, Doucouré, Allen in midfield, Iwobi, Gordon, Richarlison playing right behind Gray. So Richarlison will be the striker. So Everton also coming with a full strength team right there. So let's see how it goes between Liverpool and Everton. Everton, remember guys, are trying to get out of the relegation zone, and let's see how that one goes. Benrahma is being substituted, Lanzini comes in, and "78 minutes gone, Chelsea 0, West Ham United 0. Guys, right after this we'll be having that Liverpool and Everton. Do not forget to tune in for that watch along. Right now, Kufal with a cross. Comes to Johnson, comes to Bowen. And Declan Rice with the ball. He is controlling it, still has it. And it has gone out for a corner kick. No, it's for goal kick. So 79 minutes gone, Chelsea 0, West Ham United 0. Chalobah passing it to Ziyech. Ziyech passing into Chalobah. Back to Thiago Silva. Comes to Jorginho. Jorginho to Mason Mount. Mason Mount to Azpilicueta. Azpilicueta to Chalobah. Chalobah to Ziyech. Ziyech looking for a cross. He makes a cross towards Lukaku, but the ball goes out for a goal kick. "80 minutes gone, Chelsea 0, West Ham United 0. Thomas Tuchel having a word with one of his assistants, and Fabianski with a kick over there, goes towards Alonso, comes to Jorginho, back to N'Golo Kante. N'Golo Kante sprays it forward. And it comes to Alonso, who lays it for Mason Mount, but the ball has gone out. Goal kick taken. Comes to Kufal. Comes to Thiago. And it's a foul on Soucek. And Rice having a word with Alonso. And Alonso has been shown a yellow card. So right now Chelsea will be defending. West Ham have a free kick. Soucek, Dawson, all there. Lanzini is about to take it. He lumps it forward onto the far left. Comes to Johnson, but Mason Mount was fouled by Dawson, so he wins the free kick. 82 minutes gone, Chelsea 0, West Ham United 0. Ball comes to N'Golo Kante. Comes to Chalobah. Comes to Thiago. Comes to Jorginho. Comes to Chalobah. Chalobah gives it to Jorginho. Jorginho gives it to Chalobah. Comes to Ziyech. Comes to N'Golo Kante. It's 83 minutes gone. Chelsea 0, West Ham United 0. Mason Mount with the ball. You know, when you watch Mason Mount play, he almost reminds you of Eden Hazard. Although Eden Hazard was quietly a superb player, but his movement, his body structure reminds you of Eden Hazard. And Lukaku with a header, it goes off wide. Is that a corner? It looks like it's a corner kick. It came off Dawson, and it's going to be a corner kick. Or is it a goal kick? It's a corner kick taken quickly, and right now N'Golo Kante pushes it back to Mendy. Mendy looking for option up front, and he's going to lump it forward. He does towards Alonso. Lukaku has been brought down. Is that a penalty? Yes, that's a penalty. Dawson was holding Lukaku back, and that was a penalty. And West Ham United have conceded a penalty by making a foul on Lukaku. Dawson was the one who pulled Lukaku down. So it's going to be penalty for Chelsea, and West Ham United losing at the end. Thiago Silva heads it out for Lukaku, and Dawson isn't able to hold Lukaku. He pulls him back, and he's on the ground, and that's a penalty. And Dawson has made a foul, to which West Ham have conceded a penalty to Chelsea. And right now, let's see what happens now. The VAR is going to check. VAR is going to make a check, and the referee is going to go to the monitor, to the screen, to have a look. Is that a red card? Is that a red card, or is it a yellow card? That's a red card, and a red card given to Dawson. Dawson is out of the game. West Ham United are going to play the rest of the match with 10 men. Dawson has been shown a red card by the referee, and Dawson is shown red for pulling Lukaku, apparently denying him a goal scoring opportunity. So right now Jorginho about to take the penalty right here. 86 minutes gone, and let's see if he's able to score this. Has been stopped by Fabianski. It has been stopped by Fabianski. Jorginho with a very poor penalty take right there, and it shows you the confidence in Jorginho is so low. He shoots right into the hands of Fabianski. So low. It's such a poor penalty. Unbelievable. Such a poor penalty taken by Jorginho. Right into the hands of Fabianski, and West Ham United have been saved right there. Thomas Tuchel not happy. Ziyech passing it to Kante. Kante to Pulisic. Pulisic to Ziyech. Ziyech coming in with the ball, takes a shot, goes off wide, and a goal kick for West Ham. West Ham, remember guys, are playing with 10 men, and Jorginho missing the penalty. Apparently he took a very poor shot straight into the hands of goalkeeper. It didn't even took a flight right into the hands of the goalkeeper, and Jorginho isn't helping his cause in order to stay at Chelsea. I think he is not being liked by Thomas Tuchel. Perhaps he'll be sold, and Jorginho with such a poor penalty right there, and West Ham are trying to create some pressure on Chelsea right here. Gerard Bowen with the ball. It goes out. So if whoever had Fabianski in the FPL is going to celebrate because he saved the penalty. So 3 more points for you guys who are in the FPL. Still with Gerard Bowen. Comes to Ziyech. Ziyech to Lukaku, blocked by Declan. Comes to Johnson. Johnson lumps it forward. Declan Rice playing as a centre back, and he has Presswell, Johnson, and Kufal. Declan Rice and scored! And a goal scored by Chelsea right there. A goal scored by Pulisic. A brilliant goal scored by Chelsea. And Chelsea fans are gone ecstatic. Declan Rice wasn't able to read the ball. He was about to come in, but Pulisic was quick to it, and Pulisic has scored a goal. That's an unbelievable goal scored by Chelsea. If Dawson would have been there, he would have cleared it. But he was shown a red card. Pulisic scores a brilliant goal right there. Jorginho has been redeemed by Pulisic. Ball comes to Alonso, who tends to find Pulisic right inside. Nobody was covering him. He was cleared, and Pulisic with his left foot scores an unbelievable goal, and Chelsea will be really ecstatic over there. Thomas Tuchel really happy over here. Declan Rice wouldn't have been happy. He should have cleared it, but was beaten by Pulisic. Chelsea 1, West Ham United 0. And right now, Pulisic with the ball with an advantage, running with it, gives it to Lukaku, but he's been beaten. And ball comes to Lanzini, but Kante wins from him. Comes to Lukaku. Lukaku still running with it. And right now, we have Mason Mount taking a kick. It goes up over the bar. 91 minutes gone. Chelsea 1, West Ham United 0. Guys, please do subscribe. Chelsea fans now up on their seats. comes to Ziyech, comes to Pulisic to Mason Mount to Alonso to Mason Mount to Jorginho to Alonso to Mason Mount finding Alonso gives it to Chalobah to Thiago to N'Golo Kante to Azpilicueta to Ziyech. And guys, the match is about to be over in 1 more minute, and ball is with Soucek, who finds Declan tries to beat 4 Chelsea players, gives it to Fornals, gives it to Declan running with the ball, passes, but it's a throw-in for West Ham United, and Declan Rice is not happy with him. David Moyes passing instructions to his 10 men. Dawson shown a red card for pulling down Lukaku, and a penalty was given which Jorginho missed. Right now, Lanzini with the ball. He gives it to Fornals, who puts in a cross, headed away by Alonso, and it's a goal kick. 1 minute remaining before Chelsea grab and steal this win. They were able to do so. Alonso's assist, Pulisic scored. So Chelsea 1, West Ham United 0. David Moyes looking on, and referee will have a look at his watch. Perhaps last attempt from West Ham United, and Chelsea fans want the ref to blow the whistle. And will the referee blow the whistle right now? Having a look. Fabianski lumping it forward, comes down to Bowen, who lays it for Kufal. Kufal goes in, headed out by Thiago, and referee has blown the full-time whistle, and so over. Chelsea win this match. Chelsea 1, West Ham United 0, and in the end it was Pulisic's goal which made the difference. Jorginho missing the penalty, very poor penalty, very poor take, and you could say Pulisic had redeemed him. Chelsea with 65 points, lying in 3rd position. They still have a game in hand. So Liverpool are playing next. A must-win game for Liverpool and a must-win game for Everton. So Burnley winning from Wolves 1-0. We'll have a look at the table, how the table looks, how the relegation fight looks. Will Burnley be able to get away from the relegation zone? We're just going to have a look and see. Burnley fans jubilant. They've won a very important match. Burnley 1, Wolves 0. And you can see the smiles on the faces of Burnley players. Burnley taking the goal. And you could see the smiles on the faces of the fans. A brilliant goal scored by Burnley. And right now, Burnley are with 31 points. Everton, they still have 2 games in hand. They are sitting in 18th. They need to win the next 2 games to get out of the relegation zone. And right now, the pressure will be on Everton to perform. Will Everton be able to beat Liverpool? The Liverpool who are trying to fight for the title. And Everton have a real problem because Burnley have won the match. They are ahead of them. They have played 2 games more than Everton. So let's see how that one goes. And right now Burnley fans are celebrating. And let's see how it goes going forward. Will Burnley be safe to what we've seen right now? And let's see what's a round of applause from the Burnley fans to the Burnley players. And it's going to be Liverpool and Everton next. So just going to go through the final scores and I'm going to end the transmission over here. We'll be back with the Liverpool and Everton. So it's 4-point difference between Liverpool and City. So Liverpool need to win this one in order to stay in the title race. Manchester City with 80 points. They have played 33 games. So it's Burnley 1, Wolves 0, Chelsea 1, West Ham United 0. Whereas we're going to have a look between Brighton and Southampton as well. Full time Brighton 2, Southampton 2 as well. So that one is also over. So folks, thank you very much for tuning in. I'll be back with another watch along between Liverpool and Everton. Hopefully you would have liked today's watch along. And I'll be right back after this one. I'll be back with the Liverpool and Everton. Do watch out for that one. And thank you.